Hello Automation Annual lovers, welcome back to KD session, and in today's video we are going to learn about the text file package in Automation Anywhere A360. Now in real world automation projects, many system generates text files such as system logs, configuration files, data export files, simple text reports. So there are a lot of text files which we use in our real life automation projects. So sometimes our automation board needs to read information from these text file. And to do this, Automation Anywhere provides a package called the text file package. In this video, we will learn what is the text file package, why it is used, the latest actions in this package, and simple example to understand them. And as always, I'll explain everything in this very simple language. So let's start. I'm going to create a task board text file demo, and I'm creating this for Windows platform. I'm using Windows on my system, and I'm creating a taskboard for the Windows platform. So let me create and edit. So as you know, the text file package is used to read data from a text file and use that data inside our automation boards. In simple word, we can open a text file, we can extract the data, and we can store the data into a variable. And in this video, we are going to use this file, this text file. And in the latest text file package, there are two main actions. Let me show you text file. When we search for text file, I can see this text file package, and there are two actions. One is get text and another one is read variables. And let me show you the version of this package as well. See 1.8.0, this is the latest version which I'm going to use. All right, so first of all, we are going to see the get text action of this package. So as its name suggests, we can use this action to get the text of a text file and save the text, extracted text, into a string variable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the path of this file. Here it is. Copy as path, and we'll go back to our task board. And here, first of all, we need to give the path of the source file. So there are three types to give the path. If the path is stored, if the path is saved in variable, so we can select the file type variable here. And if our text file is available in the control room, so we can select this control room file and we can choose the file. And if the file is available on our desktop or on our local file explorer or any shared drive, so we can give the path of that file. And if the path is like if we are using any desktop file and the path is available in any string type of variable, so we can give that variable here as well. We can insert the variable from here. And you can see the required extension is .txt, and our file is in txt only. And now the next option is to select the encoding of the text file. So if you are aware of the encoding of your text file, then you can select that encoding. It could be ANSI, UTF, Unicode, etc. Otherwise, you can just select this detect automatically. It will automatically detect the encoding of your text file. And if you want to remove the spaces of the extracted text, so you can check these options: trim leading spaces, trim trailing spaces. And now here we go, the last option, to select a variable in which we want to save the extracted text. So I have selected one variable, and I'm going to use a message box to print to print the extracted text. So I will use this and I'll write sample. Here we go. Let me click on run. And here we go. And here we can see the text, whatever we have in the notepad. For example, if we have four different type of data or four lines of text in our text file, so what we can do is we can like separate this text by a semicolon or by any other special character. Okay, so after doing this, we'll read the text by using this get text action. Now we will get all the data into our sample string variable. So now to extract the data in the line forms, means line by line, if we want to extract, so what I'll do is I'll split this text, extracted text, by semicolon. So for this I'm going to use this split string action of string package, and here I'll give this sample string, and I'll use this semicolon to split it, and now it will give the list of the data. So I can create a list of first names. So now it will give the list of first name, and if I want to print the name from the list, I want to print, okay, I want to print the first name, which is this one, Virat. The index will start from 0, so at 0th index we will have Rohit, and on first will Virat. So now while I'm run this, so now I can easily extract the text from the second line or the second row. Here we go. You can see we are just we can extract the text from any line, but make sure there should be some semicolon or some kind of special character. It could be new line character or anything. Okay. So the next action is read variables. As its name suggests, read variables, we can use this value, this action to read the variables from a text file. So like, how can we read it from the text file? I mean, how can we read variables from the text files? It is very easy. Just you need to go to a text file. Like in the previous example, we have written the text like this, means the key in the key value pair. So this is the key and this is the value, and I have given a equals to sign here. So this is kind of a variable, means the first name is the variable and we have assigned Rahul to the Rahul value to this first name variable. So now what I want to do is I want to extract the value of this variable first name. I want to extract the value of this variable department. Okay, so for this extraction we can use the very action, which is read variable. It is again very simple. Just you need to give the source file name, and I'm going to give the file path. The text encoding, again, if you are aware of the encoding of your text file, you can select that. Otherwise, just go for this detect automatically. If you want to trim the leading spaces, trailing spaces, you can select this. Otherwise, just let it be. And convert dictionary keys to lowercase before assignment to variables. Now, what is the meaning of this? So, if you want to convert all the keys to lowercase, you can select this. You can check this, and okay. So, and the in this they are talking about the dictionary which we are going to get the output. Okay. And if you are not using the dictionary, it means if you're using the multiple variables, so in that case, you can skip this option. Otherwise, if you want the keys in lowercase, you can select this. Now save the outcome to variable field. So there are two options, multiple variables and dictionary. If you are going to get the data in an dictionary, you can select the dictionary and you can select the dictionary variable. And dictionary contains the output variables and the values in the key value pairs. While creating a variable, you can use the add option to create a key as well. The variable can be accessed using the corresponding keys. Okay, it will assign, means it will read all the variables and it will assign the values in a key dictionary pair, key value pair. Okay, so now what I want to do is I will check the size of the dictionary. Okay, and this is the dictionary of employee, and I'm going to retrieve the number of entries in the dictionary into a sample number, and after that we'll use a message box, and in the sample number we are going to get the amount of number of the variables, number, the size of the dictionary. The size is this. Okay, let me run this. In our text file we have 6 variables. And here we go, we can see dictionary size is 6. And if we want to access any value of any variable, we can give the dictionary like this. The first name is dictionary and key. Key will be this one, as we are aware of the key. First name is the key. Okay, so let me run it again. Now we'll get the value of the first name. And here we go, we can see the first name is Rahul. Similarly, we can extract any value of the dictionary. And if we want to like extract only specific variables, for example, I want to extract only city of this employee. So what I can do is I'll go to this multiple variables, I'll select add variable mapping, and here I need to provide the key of the variable, which is city. I'll provide it here and map to variable. So I can create a variable of city of type city, and I'll click on add. So now the key is city and it will assign the value to a variable which is city. Okay, so when I'll run this, one second, let me update the message box. City of the employee is this one. And let me run it. And here we go, city of the employee is Delhi. So this is how we can extract the values of variables from the text file, or we can extract the whole text as well. And with the help of multiple variables or dictionary, we can access that as well. And guys, if see in our text file we have only 6 variables, but if you are working with the large amount of data, you have thousands of variables, then in that case I'll suggest you should go for this dictionary, because you won't be able to map hundred of variables. That will take a lot of time. So just go with the dictionary, and whenever whichever variable you want to use, whatever value you're going to use, just you need to assign the key to that dictionary variable. Means here we are just directly using this city because the value is available in the city variable. But if we are saving the outcome to the dictionary, so we need to give the key everywhere, like first name. So it will be little challenging kind of, means you need to make sure you're giving the correct keys everywhere. So that's it for today's. If you are learning Automation Anywhere 360, understanding these packages are very important. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to comment down and subscribe to KD Sessions for more Automation Anywhere and API tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.